Hey guys, I was over in the chat and missed the fact that the stream was supposed to start. Just the goofy hat for 90 minutes. Yes, Kenny has laid down a mandate in saying that no more live streams or no more part works on HLI. That's okay. I'm not bothered because he always tells me I'm the boss. Hasn't even started and I already hit thumbs down 3 times. Awesome, Chris. Go ahead. I am not scared. So, AGB, Shu, Spence, Leprechaun, and Chris, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Tonight, like I said in the description, I'm going to try and finish the X-Wing. I'm down to 8 packs left from what I've read and heard, from what I've seen on Facebook, actually, because I've not watched anybody do a video of the end of the X-Wing. Apparently, the left-hand side, actually it's right-hand side, doesn't fit very well. According to what I've heard, and you can actually see right here where that panel might be popped out. Matter of fact, I kind of got a very challenging post on Facebook saying, when I said, yeah, we'll see what happens. And the guy's like, no, these panels always are sticking out. I'm like, dude, no reason to get upset. Let's see. I do outrank him. Yes, I do. What's up, you filthy... Hey, Kenny, we've all took a vote and decided that you lose. We're going to do part works on the stream, on the streams and on HLI, regardless of what you say. So, and speaking of HLI, apparently a lot of people have dropped out, and we might not have as many people going to Wonderfest. I will still probably go. Shu, it looks like, is going. Kenny is going to have somewhere between 3 and 17 brand new puppies in the house, so he may not be able to make it, or if he does make it, when he comes back, it will be a huge mess to clean up. Other things going on. Work is progressing on the Queen Mary 2. I tried the Steinel Res primer that Kenny was like, oh, hate that stuff. The Nerfer. Wait, who's the nerfer? Oh, Kenny. Kelly says you have to go. Okay, I will go at least, and Shu will go at least. But started working with the Style Res, and I haven't worked very much with my Posh Talon. I don't know if it's the Style Res. I think it's more the Posh Talon. I love that airbrush. I don't airbrush much because I've had crappy airbrushes up till now. I love that airbrush. And so far, everybody pretty sure knows that I've been using the Revell Aqua paints. This one here, I mixed myself. This one has only been brushed on so far. It is great. The coverage is great. This one is going to be a little bit thick. I know that because when I mixed it, the rust was really, really thick. So we'll find out by this weekend how well this one's going to spray. And this one I'll find out before, because this one is I've done some primer on the Queen Mary, and this is the next color to go down. Still not going, Chris? It's still months off though. So instead of me flapping my gums about a different model entirely, let me go ahead and flip first over here, so you can see how big it is. And if you look, matter of fact, let me stand it up. I put Luke in and did not cut his feet off. Let me take the hyperdrive out. And Luke fits, except for he doesn't clear the canopy. So I'm thinking before I seal up these screws underneath here, or seal it to where I can't get to those screws anymore, I'm going to take those screws out, take the seat out, and go from there. We'll see if I can fit Luke in there correctly with the screws or with the seat removed. Let me pop out the chat, move it over to the other screen because most everything is on this huge monster, and so I won't be able to. I could put it over on the other desk, but it's not going to fit very well. Plus, I've realized that this camera is my better camera. Going to Star Trek Las Vegas, is that what that is, Leprechaun? Wait, Dan's not. Hey, Dan, welcome to the stream. Sorry I missed you. So, yeah, Spence is going if Kenny provides the ride. I think Eric dropped out due to financial reasons. Shu's actually going to be driving all the way from Washington. So I think still quite a few of us are going to be going. So, and I'm over on the other table cutting parts out, or cutting parts loose of the bags. So we've got two panels, side panels, and or actually these are bottom panels, these are side panels here. And that's a lot of what tonight is going to be, is skinning the spaceship. So yeah, this is starboard rear fuselage panel, starboard side fuselage panel, and I'm sorry, I'm off screen. And these obviously are the port. So it says take all the parts provided, line the port side. So this is the port side. And actually this is the one where the guy was like adamant that this just doesn't fit. I am on the wrong side of the ship. So let me flip it around. Actually, before I get started on that stuff, let me take Luke out. It was a lot harder to get him in there than it was to get him out. And that's how I got him in. You can see his feet are pointing straight out to the sides. Let's see. Swing by West Virginia. Kenny Leprechaun said hi to everybody. Kenny and Spence, planes, trains, and automobiles. So Kelly's coming now too. Cool. Let's see. My income is going to take a hit on the insurance premiums. Yeah, actually, our house insurance went up about $200. Wow, Dan, that really sucks. I haven't been hit by anything like that. Wow. But no, it's going to be interesting to see how things play out. Oh, by the way, today was my first day back to work since December, early December. And it's funny because it's kind of like, you kind of can feel what it would be like if COVID had worked out the way that they said it would, and I was only out for a couple of weeks, maybe a month, not 2 years. Wonderfest is a little bit further than just east of the Mississippi. Mississippi is just west of me. And Wonderfest is about 250 miles east from me. Okay, so let me see. I'm willing to bet that Luke will slide down in there. Let me slide this a little bit closer over to me. So is it the rate increase on your health insurance, Dan? Because that's an ungodly increase. No matter what it is, if it's your house, your health. same problem where I cut out the foot pegs. It wasn't fitting in, but okay. Remove the, oh, that's pushed up. I did not understand why that's pushed up. Actually, I do, because it's not even glued in, it's just sitting in there. But remove one seat, and it actually sits on there pretty good. It actually closes. And if there's a fit issue on the cockpit, it's nobody's fault but my own, because I dropped the damn thing at one point. But you know, that's neither here nor there. I don't know if you guys can see it's flexing, but if it is, if I can't get that to fit, I'll just have to take this part off and actually glue it. Actually, that's part of the cockpit tub. Never mind. I'll just have to drop some glue down in there and glue it and hold it. But Luke now fits. Goofy won't fit. Goofy's too big. Yes, insurance rates are BS. Okay, health insurance. I don't want to get political, but insurance was a lot better about 10 years ago. That's all I'm going to say. Make it about 15 years ago. I've known people who were paying about $300 to $400 a month for a family whose rates went up $700. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So let me take the starboard side, or port side, sorry, which is the left. And this is the one that I was told just doesn't fit no matter what you do. So I'm looking at this. Let me rotate this. I'm just looking at the book to see how this goes. Okay, so now there's a lip here and one here. This lip has to go up underneath the into a groove that's here in the cockpit. So let me see. Let me just turn this. Careful, Goofy. Almost knocked Goofy out. Let me see. Either I'm good at this or I'm just the luckiest bastard there is, because that's in where it belongs. It fits perfect. Not a gap. I mean, very slight gap. Very slight gap under the cockpit. That is in. And it's not a perfect fit, but it's good enough. I could probably fight with the cockpit to get it down in there a little bit better. But there's a slight gap. It's a model. Good thing I'm relatively, yeah, absolutely, Dan. And the thing is, the smartest thing I ever did was join the military. And then the second smartest thing that I ever did was stay in the military for 24 years so that I have TRICARE. You know, it's one of these things of my health care, my insurance basically is phenomenally low. And it always will be. So I'm very thankful for that, very lucky. I see what they may have been talking about. The guy was talking about the left-hand side, where it's actually the right. And the picture I was looking at earlier showed the right. But let's see. Actually, it feels like, yeah, it popped out a little bit on the other side. Fingernail, put it back in. So, like I said, there's one side. Oh, this thing weighs a ton. There's the other side. I think it's looking good. No, actually, that was the third smartest thing I did, but in time wise, but ranking wise, absolutely, Kelly is right. The smartest thing I ever did was marry Andrea. But I married Andrea 2 years after, or 3 years after I joined the military. Matter, I picked her up in Germany, and she's tagged along with me ever since. And she would tell you that the smartest thing she ever did was marry me. Okay. I will suck up to my wife all the time. The woman takes care of the paycheck. I go to work and earn the money. She takes care of everything, including getting me my allowance every month so that I can do crazy things like this. I will suck up to her anytime. Let me see, is there anything that's going to get broken if I lay this down? I just realized there's one thing I cannot finish tonight because I still have that one power wire. I haven't done anything. Oh, okay, that's what I was looking at it wrong. Okay, so on this piece, there's 6 pins. There's little pins here, and this big pin I was trying to fit down past this bracing here. It actually goes into a hole right there, I believe. Yeah, it goes in, it closes a screw hole. That went in there. Yeah, it's not locked in yet. That went in there unbelievably easy. She's not lying. She's put up with my shit for, in 2 months, 30 years. I don't think she's lying. Let's see. That's not all the way down, but it's not going in any further. And I feel it every time I grab the ship in this area. They do pop a little bit. If they continue to do that, I'll just pop them out, put some glue on them, pop them back in all the way. Buffering? No! I never buffer. Oh no. Yeah, I saw it. It's buffering. Buffering. Okay, let me see. It says open widget. Stream is healthy. Stream is poor. Hang on. Is it still buffering, guys? because it doesn't look like it from my side. Cool. Start over? I don't think so. I wrecked the Enterprise. Not yet. Not yet, I haven't. Give me time. I will wreck the Enterprise. I actually did a little bit of an experiment yesterday on the Windows for the Enterprise, and I'm very pleased to say that I think that they are actually going to pop out because of the way I glued them very easily. I think Eric is probably still playing with his weenie. Or he's barbecuing his weenie. Okay, those are close. Let's see, what's funny is I've read people are cutting these pins off instead of taking them out, sanding them down a little bit. Maybe, Donnie. Maybe. And I apologize for the glare from the lights, guys. I don't have anything. I don't have anything on top of the glass. And stream health is excellent. I just looked back over at the stream health and it says it's good. So that's all there is to issue 92. And since I put Luke in, I can press on without having to worry about taking those screws out. The only thing I have to worry about is making sure that this wire that's not even in frame, this wire, I find a place for it. Yes, no, actually they don't use penicillin anymore. It's vitamin M, Motrin. Motrin for everything. It was vitamin T when I was active. Now it's vitamin N. Okay, so this should be, I should be able to set this down. Motrin and the Band-Aid. Goofy don't fit. Look, I show you. Okay. So here's X-Wing sitting down. Goofy not fitting so good. Just from mentioning the Enterprise. So if I mention that I'm not going to be doing anything on the Enterprise for a while, it should keep all the streams healthy from now on. I've gotten one Enterprise kit in 4 months. Matter of fact, the Enterprise has been so bad in coming out, and Chris has been watching what other people are having, or other people's videos, and looking at it and going, I don't know about that. So much that he has decided to stop, and he keeps talking about burning it and sending it back to Eagle Moss. Eagle Moss won't care. He just gave Luke pink eye. It's okay. Luke's got a helmet and goggles on. So these are the starboard rear or these are the fuselage rear panels, and these are the hatches. There are 4 magnets and 4 magnet retainers. So this probably takes no screws whatsoever. Take the port side. I don't care whichever side. Port or starboard. Oh, I see. I think these are actually going to hold on the magnets are actually going to hold on those panels. Take the port side panel, which has a large number of locating pins. Slot it down over the wing root, line up the front end, and push it back as it goes. Doesn't say it that way, but that's basically what they're saying. So port rear. Let me turn this around so I'm looking at it. Blasphemy, huh, Donnie? Well, you know, I will put it, I want to take time to get it right. So eventually the Enterprise will get finished. I will not quit on it because it's still a pretty cool model. Hey, Lewis, welcome. These should. One thing I think they should have done is given the landing gear before they started setting this thing just on whatever tabletop surface you happen to have. I've got this on the wrong side back there. Please don't break. I'm fortunate that I have a glass tabletop surface. It should not scratch. Okay, there's another spot where it takes a little bit of effort to push those pins in. There's just looking to see. There's pins back there. We go. I just had to. Let me move this stuff out. Just had to work it to where these actually hit where they were supposed to. And then this. They're kind of identical. I'm looking to see which one is which, and they actually look. Okay, so this is the port hatch, starboard hatch, and of course they don't say to put them on yet. Let's see, hang on. Hey Dan, hi Lewis, not bad, having dinner. Looking forward to how are you going to do the power setting on the D. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna probably just run magnet wire from the saucer down. If I do that, I'm going to set up my saucer to either not be removable or I'm going to use Arduino, an Arduino connection there. Hey, Lewis, I am awesome. Well, good morning, Lewis. Seeing as you're just getting up, and great news that your car is getting repaired. Okay, let me move these out of the way. And by the way, in case anybody's curious, right now I'm having hard cider. A little bit of change. It might, but the thing is, I don't know yet how the saucer is going to connect. I did say Arduino, but when I said Arduino, I meant the Arduino connections, not the Arduino itself. I don't plan on it either. But if I ever have to, for some reason, move that model, it's going to be horrendous trying to get it anywhere. Shit, where is this? I ran that up. I should have probably ran it down. This was a push to fit, if I'm not mistaken. Pardon me, guys, while I try and figure out how to fix this. My wires are running the wrong direction right now. It's running to the top of ship and I can't. Arduino is a dirty word. You should say HLIFX. I have 2 of them running. You just can't see them right now because I'm on the wrong table. So let me clip these so I don't have to deal with the wire themselves. Would be beautiful if there was a hole right there. There is no place for these to go right now. Well, you know what the man said. If something's beautiful, make it happen. I am. Only major parts of it. Okay, here goes nothing. Well, damn. And yes, I am drilling holes in the $1,600 model. It'll be okay. Isn't it though, Spence? It's a beautiful sound. Let's see. Drill. See, here's the thing, guys. A lot of people don't live stream the things I will, because I want you guys to have the enjoyment of seeing me screw up my model. Hopefully this one will do the trick. Here comes the, yes, power tools and battle damage. So very close. Let me try a smaller bit first. R2 up and hit. Whoever's the closest to the price of the kit gets Eric is buying. Exactly. There had to be a reason why it kept breaking loose. Now, if it was a brave man, I'd really go take it over and get the real Dremel. I did not drill a hole in Luke. Well, that bit didn't last very long. Touched, gone. Maybe go back to this pink one. R2 will fix it. Yeah, and actually, Kenny, this is an official HLI bit. It's pink. Part of the problem is that this Dremel has a little bit of a wiggle. I wonder how close is that? Ah, that is very close to being big enough. What's funny is this little Dremel, it whines when it gets stopped. So let me see if I can get this up to where you guys can actually see it. So back there. Right where the wire crosses, right there is the hole I drilled. Now hopefully it's big enough. H magnets are hanging out. You need what, Kenny? The Dremel I have or the bits? Because actually the bit set that I'm currently using is what's left after I've worn out many of the bits that were in it. No. Need a round file. I'm surprised Eric isn't just talking up a storm, because I'm doing destruction and he was here earlier. The only problem is I've got to be careful to not break the frame if it's at all possible, because I don't think it's even aluminum. My original plan actually was to go through the skin at some point, but I've gone through the frame instead. Oh, that's what you meant, the pink bits. If anybody needs a filling, I am available. I just realized I am completely out of frame with what I'm doing. Whoops. Excuse my fat head. That should do it. I was looking from the other side where I couldn't actually see the hole. And I've actually got a good idea of what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something with an RCA jack and Arduino wires. Hopped up on the goofballs. Oh, I'm sorry, Eric, if you're upset that I did that goofing to the X-Wing. So now that that is in there, let me remember how this went in. A little bit of scarring. Not bad. And this got broke. Damn it. Oh well. I broke. That right there got broke. It's not like it's ever coming off again. Just need to remember which way it went on. Two in the front, two in the back, three in the front. Like that. Okay. I almost set my arm on there. That would have been painful. So now, let me go back to what caused the surgery. which was putting this panel in. Yep, we could have been big tanks all the way around. Interesting. Up here in the front, this was originally fully down last week. I don't know if you can see right here, but it is now popped up. I can't get it to pop in because this piece is down a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, this is popped up. And what popped it out was the fact that this piece is further down than it needs to be. So I can't get it in there right now. If I worry about it, which I probably won't because this is going to go on a wall in a darkened room and get turned on every now and then. But if I worry about it, what I'll do is I'll take this off and I'll sand it. Okay, so here. How's that? Oh, sorry. Hope I didn't poke anybody's eye out there. Okay, so this goes on the right-hand side or the starboard side. And if you can see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 pins that have got to pop in. And it says right in the instructions to start in the front here. And the first thing that I have to do is get that tab underneath. It is in 3B or 3B.3 beers, and it looks good. Need some goofy nose art. You know, I might be able to arrange that. It's my daughter-in-law. Because she did the goofy, my channel logo. This is still loose. Other than the fact that she's in Kenai, Alaska right now, I could probably arrange to have her actually paint it. Except I think she does most of her art on the computer. Come on. It does not have a flat screwdriver. That would be the best. There's a flathead screwdriver. It's not big enough. Actually, this other side is out on the bottom as well. Right here on the bottom, on both sides, there's a pin that is being a pain to get in because of how low it is and how small the area is that you can't get your fingers in. But a little judicious prying with that screwdriver, I've got it most of the way in, and once the end cap is on here, you won't even be able to see it. Okay, so that's those two panels. To prevent the long edge capping, you can use a cocktail strip. So it says you can use super glue here to keep that from popping open. Not going to worry about it right now. No, it's not that hard to pop these panels back off. And the more you pop them off, the more they're going to loosen up a little bit. Take the side port hatch. Okay, so these hatches then go on the sides. Just make sure. Of course, they look identical on the back side. And this is where they want to fit the canopy. I'm not fitting the canopy yet because I'm not ready to. So this is the starboard or the right-hand side. Yeah, it says to fit the canopy. The way the parts that came with the kit for the canopy do not match up with the parts that I have. So I will get those parts in, the ones that I got that came with the cockpit from Falcon 3D Parts. I will put that in because you have to use a really small wire. Watch your eyes, guys. You have to use a really small wire to run the part through here and here to attach the ship side of the canopy. Wow, those are... And the ship side, by ship side, I mean there's a piece that these actually go down inside of. Wait. I said I might. Show's not half over yet. Got an hour and 10 minutes yet. Finish in the normal time. No cheating. Okay. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Those are not lining up. So let me try doing the back ones first. You know, normal time for the show has a time or two been over 3 hours. Come on. It almost works better going from the back to the front. It would probably help a little bit if these parts were actually down. You guys forget, I did 5 stages last week in an hour. So I see the gap there. Yeah, it keeps popping out there. So let me see if I can get this to actually go down far enough to hold. Turned it and saw this hanging there. I'm like, what the hell is that? And the way that the design of these panels, even though they don't fit, you see a lot of comments of really bad engineering. The engineering of these panels is so that they cover each other. So that these panels I'm putting on right now, or trying to put on right now, cover this gap that I've got right here. I just had a thought. There is a better way to break this. Very gently. Oh, look at that. Pulled it right down. And I'm not too concerned with marring the plastic a little bit, because this goes under here. And if I can get this all the way down like that, that went on perfect. Okay. No cheating. Sounds like a great idea. Eric's awake. You missed everything, Eric. I broke things. I was drilling on this thing. Number one Goofy fan. No Bud or Jalen, though. Yeah. Almost full crew. Yeah, I hope Bud feels better. I really do. And what's going on with Bud's shoe is he got on Discord this morning, basically said that he's pretty depressed. And I'm not sure what is causing it. I think, isn't this around the time that Jesse's birthday? I know Bud just had a birthday. Let me see. I think there's a pendant back there. Yeah, see, there's a pretty serious gap here. I mean, you can't even push it together. But it's also where you're not going to see it because of the wings. I mean, from day one, this has been not the best designed kit. Yeah, those pins are in but not staying absolutely tight. Well, shit. I just broke part of the cockpit off. I'll put that in there. Okay, and then it says take 4 discs. Notice they have an N. Okay. So the magnets go in these recesses. And they have to go a specific direction. That's why all the magnets in this build. Yeah, it's still close. With Eric, depression is hard to get through at times. It is very much so. So, back to what I was saying about the magnets. Wow. Lots of little metal shavings. You missed it, Eric. I was drilling holes and shit. So it says to take the magnets and put them inside these black retainers. Yeah, Black Gloves Models is missing too. I think he's blowing up the Enterprise. So I'm not sure. Let me see if I can get it to where you guys can see it. Yeah, you see there's an N on there. That N has to face up because when we put it down, when we turn it around and plug it into these holes, it is then going to have the south pole of the magnet showing. Spence just posted something on Discord about pink. Wow. It popped out. I dropped one of the magnets, and literally all of the ones that I had already in there just popped out. They can't lose space loot, but what Kenny can do is add space loot to everybody who's here. Because I think this is, unless Kenny tries to hold on with his no more part works, I think this is an official HLI stream. I'm going to make sure I put these far enough away from each other that they don't go nuts and throw each other all over the place again. Just read Kenny's comment of done. Almost put that one in backwards. And okay, I'm keeping, like I said, I'm keeping them far away, but I've got 4 ends showing on top. I've located the holes. Take one magnet and line it with recessed magnet underside the retainer. Press the magnetic retainer so it fits flush and will not come out of the recess. Okay. Hopefully they won't come out. I think actually there's a magnet underneath there. Push it down flush. And that will actually hold them. That is true. I did tell him that. Star Wars stuff is just a test run. But what about Terminator? I'm going to rewind to the beginning. See, that's the thing, is that's a static stash. That's the stash in July. There's been many adds to the stash since then, including one that I would love to show, but my wife might be watching, or she might watch this, and I don't want to spoil her birthday present. What? Your next video is 45 minutes. I like how Donnie pops in. It's properly edited. Test run part 2. I don't edit. Okay, so that is stage 94. 2 issues in, we're not finishing tonight. Unless something happens really quick. So for stage 95, there's the end cap that I mentioned. And I'm not sure, I think that goes up on top and holds the engine in, or the hyperdrive. The way I was about to pull that across, I was going to slice my thumb and you guys would just all be ecstatic at my screams. Okay. So it says, oh, Luke fell out, bastard. I'll fight with him later. I'll fight with him when I put the canopy on. So take the, needs to be upright like this. Take the rear fuselage base panel, fit it into the surround like this. I'm fitting it in there wrong. Now that's interesting. This is the way they say to fit it in here. Yeah, that is really, really odd. And it's fortunate I have a bunch of extra screws because I didn't see any screws in this pack. Don't see any on here. Don't remember where I put there. They are. I don't know if his hand in lights. The hand with the lightsaber fell first, probably. Hey, Voyager's one of my favorites too. I am all for Kenny. Voyager is not an ugly ship, and it's not misunderstood. It is just a different design. It still has the two panels, or two nacelles. And the whole idea behind Voyager is that hyperspace, no, what the hell is it, in subspace is being damaged in, I am not sure what that was. Something was attached to this and just went point. Not a big deal. But I'm going there again. Subspace is being damaged by regular warp fields as they go faster. Voyager's design is, with the rotating nacelles, is to counteract that and keep subspace from continuing to get damaged. In other words, Voyager is the eco ship. I'm sorry, guys. This is off camera. Hang on. There. This goes on here. And then this goes in here like this. Counterintuitive. It goes because it's painted on this side. But it goes in from the back and holds this on here. Like so. Pardon me. I just burped from the cider. I got to turn this a little bit so that I can actually get to it. Pacer of Starfleet. Hey, don't be picking on the early 80s, or 1978 was the one that I had. Datsun B210. It was an awesome little monster. Ugly as sin, but it ran like nobody's business. Just looking at this. Yeah, the flat part's on top. Interesting. Problem I'm having is that this is not covering the gaps like it should. Okay, there's the top. So let me work with it. The Pinto, not the Pinto of Starfleet. Actually, what would be a good Pinto for Starfleet? I just thought I felt something in my shoe. And something did go pinging off, so I was wondering if it might be in my shoe. Good Pinto. A good Pinto would be the Galileo 7. It gets destroyed so often in the original series. That's funny. That is very funny there, Spence. Okay. So I'm putting in these bottom 2 screws here because I can get the bottom to line up. It fits on there almost perfect. Luke's about to take a header off of the table. But up here on the top, there's gaps. Or not the gaps, it's not fitting all the way down. So you get these down to where this stops popping off. So up here, there's a lip on either side. V'ger was cool. They just don't know class when they see it. They think Budweiser's. That's funny. Well, thank you for taking care of the bot there, Spence. V'ger was cool. Spence got him, and Kenny's cleaning the airbrush. Okay. So what I was talking about earlier with those pins up here not going in very well, if I can get this to go in, it should, in theory, if I can get the screw to even find the hole, it should, in theory, once I get it in and pop that lip down underneath there, hold pretty well. I'm not looking at the chat at all right now, guys, because I'm concentrating on getting this lip at least caught underneath here. And then, found them. There are screws there. Free Kyle! Holy crap! What happened to my hair? So now let me see if I can get... Nope, I'm going to have to loosen these just a hair. So what I'm doing now, guys, is on this side, I'm doing the same thing. I still got to get that underneath, that lip underneath there. If this goes right, you know, I'm going to have to direct the guy who's like really kind of pissy on YouTube and said, no. I'm going to have to direct him to my video and say, dude, while it was difficult, it wasn't impossible. Get this last screw tightened. Even better. Nice pop when things go in there all the way. That actually, I think, was the pin underneath, popping the rest of the way in. So let me show you guys what I just did. So on this side, that was sticking out, and on this side, the same panel on the other side. On that side, the same panel was sticking out, and I was able to work them in. I swear, is there something in my shoe? Nope, it's just me. And there's something there again. Maybe there's something with my sock. All I have to say, Eric, is you're getting there. You're only 10 years behind that. 10 years will go fast. Okay, so that goes in there, blah, 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 blah. And then the hyperdrive goes back in. Finally, the hyperdrive goes in and will stay in. That was Eric. Eric, you should apologize for farting. These guys did not appreciate that. What is blocking you? I just want to see if it's the hyperdrive that's causing the issue. And it is, so let me see. I did. Actually, my hair went gray. I really haven't lost that much, except for recently, since dealing with my asshat, my former boss that was a total asshat. So much so that I explained to his bosses how much of an asshat he was and why I no longer could trust them because they hired such an asshat like that. There we go. Something broke, but it's good. Flying bus boy. Yeah, Eric, we wouldn't take you. 10 years will go by faster than waiting for Buck to do another Enterprise stream. Wait, never mind. Absolutely. I should do another Enterprise stream inside the next 10 years. By the way, guys, this model will drive you to drink. Okay, where are we at? We are at 7:13. Ah, that's what went pinging. Screw and just a random piece of plastic. Oh, wow. No way. No way. I gotta switch cameras. You guys can see the whole mess that I've got over here. And by the way, if anybody said the comment, I thought I saw something that said pajamas, but yes. Okay, and they're duck pajamas. So that, let me move the chat over. Something. So give me just a couple minutes, guys, because that cider's going through me. I will be right back, and I know there's only 45 minutes left, but I will make it. Chat amongst yourselves. That's another sure sign of getting old. Got to pee more often. Okay. I don't do well with awkward. Hang on. Old man pee break. Exactly. Don't tempt me, Shu. I am half tempted to cancel that thing and send the, sell what I've got to Donnie. So, Chris, there's a reason why I don't open the back door and just let it fly. It's called a hot tub. The hot tub is right out the back door. It's really sad because Eric used to be my guard. He used to guard my stash. Now he's trying to steal it again. The sad part is what you guys don't know is it's all just empty boxes. Okay, so these are all just plant-on details. That one goes there. That one goes there. I'm just trying to figure out where they all go. Hot tub for warm pee. Ew. No, the hot tub is not for warm pee. How do you guys know that that is my stash, though? You've never seen me in front of it. Could be just that I've stolen pictures of somebody else's stash. Press the detail to fit flush. So, okay. There's this part that I'm putting on here, and I've got a Discord window in front of. So that part is going to fit in here somewhat like that. It is a press fit, so it should actually lock itself in pretty well. Very nice. Very nice. That's one of the things I hate about these part works is they don't take that much care to make sure that you don't have spots like that. I'm going to pinch this gently because it's sticking up. Yes, a hot tub is just people soup. Could be all the updates. I don't know, Kenny. I know that I have got the flyer as well, and I'm not sure when I'm going to get to it because I got this big ass boat I'm building that has to go first. Although I would love to watch you build the flyer. Yeah, I know a guy who sells a board. Okay, so one of these cap looking things is right here. Does it have, it is D-shaped, isn't it? It is definitely a D-shaped hole. the other one goes on the other side. I'm less jealous of Kenny having that kit than Kenny getting it and not it just showing up, because it is currently on sale for €149. I am going to reach out to Cosmic Scale Models and see if I can get a PDF at least of the single book. I think from looking at your review, Kenny, I think the two books I have are just combined. So this next one is this one. And I remember when I did the Millennium Falcon, the Moonlander's on there. It's one of the Greeblies. This one goes next, if it will fit. That is let me put it this way. That is an awesome kit. And if you hadn't, or if you got it and you built it before I had mine, I'd have still bought it. Because that, honestly, the Delta Flyer is one of my favorite ships throughout all of Star Trek. The fact that it has some analog controls is just awesome. There we go. So that's that one. This one goes like that. And this last one goes on here just like this. Well, Kenny, 216 for the kit, and then another 30 pound in shipping. It's close to $300 for the whole thing. Now that yep. And he's the Delta Flyer is not the only kit he has. He has a lot of really nice looking stuff. So, Pack 96 is just the aft end of the ship. And it was a painful buy, but it was one that I wanted. I actually saved for that. Held off on buying stuff. I can be coerced into being frugal enough to buy something like that. So, stage 97. By the way, guys, I'm going to knock off in 35 minutes one way or the other. But if I don't finish tonight, I'm thinking Thursday stream to finish. So there's that. There's some screws, the screw of parts, access hatch frame, and access hatch. Start by taking the rectangular housing and this piece. This will just pop on here like this. And just to show you guys, there are pins and holes. Well, there is that. Although, did not know those files were roaming around the net. But, on the other hand, some of us don't have 3D printers. Some of us don't plan on getting 3D printers. Just had a thought, guys. My wife bought me another Titanic, a Lego Titanic. Should I do that as a stream, or should I do it as just a video, some videos? Because it is not the quote-unquote Lego Titanic. It is an off-brand. See, the thing is, you guys do a stash raid in 35 when I'm done. The smart person would be raiding the stash right now when I don't know that, and I'm not upstairs. Right now, I'm downstairs and far away from the stash. You guys are letting Eric run this thing, aren't you? Sorry, I'm off camera. I know I'm had to put needle nose to this part here. Slight scuff, not a big deal. 8-hour Lego build. It's more likely going to be like several weeks. And it's along with it, we got a light and sound kit that is going to go into it. Going to be a blast. Press detail firmly in place. Which detail? I missed something. Okay. But it's going to be a fun build. I'm looking very forward to it. The stash is located at 0 degrees. It's located 0 degrees north and 0 degrees east. Take this, fit it in here like so. We are sacrificing Eric, and he's actually laughing about it. There is a big dog that, and I will tell you, he's a Samoyed. You know what's going to happen if you guys come into the house? He is going to leak hair all over everything you own. You will never be free of his hair. As I described, I don't remember if it was on Discord. I think it was last night when I was talking about him. He's one of them dogs that you go to the store, you buy a can of something. When you get back from the store and you open the can, there's hair inside. Somehow that dog has gotten it in there. Meat shield for Eric's sake. Yes, Eric gets to shove the weenie in his pocket. It's kind of funny because they're showing using a pocket knife, or actually, it almost looks like it might be a steak knife. Oh, no, actually, they're using just a regular set of dikes, not a nipper. Okay, so that one. These are very tight parts tonight. Yes, actually, Kenny will now have. Actually, I don't think the Goldens shed that much. They're very friendly, very loving dogs. We had one that we picked up when we were in Germany. We took her with us to Arizona. When we ended up back in Germany, we ended up in sterile housing living on the third floor, and she got too old to take the stairs. So we literally, it's funny the way it worked out. We literally in Germany put her out to pasture. We brought her to a farm. Farmers took her off from us, and she lived in the pastures from then on. Oh, good Lord, I did not realize you were that tall, leprechaun. No wonder you're a leprechaun. They only shed really bad in the summer and the winter and when it's raining and when the sun is out and when it's snowing. Just all the time. No live stream, the dog chewed the you fill of that. The dog ate my homework. Actually, what's funny with the Samoyed with Apollo is he gets very bored, and so he grabs things and runs out in the yard with it and hopes you're going to chase him. And he gets, once he's out in the yard, he's like loses interest in it because nobody's running to take it from him. Occasionally, when we tell him to bring something back, he will. And it was so cute today. He's used to me being home. Today, like I said, today is the first time in 2 weeks I went actually into work. And when I came home, after I came home, he came in here and he saw that I was here, and he just came over and laid by my feet. And he actually whined because I was doing something on the computer and wasn't petting him right away. He's my grandson's dog, but he sometimes has a little bit more of affinity for me. This is the last piece. I will. I will draw a mustache on Eric. So where does this go? Okay, that goes big hole here. And I will show you guys these parts as soon as I get the last piece in here. I know I'm just kind of building. And actually, I just looked, I'm damn near off screen. I apologize. Okay. So this part here and these two here onto this part. And there's a part here, 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 this one here, and this one here, and this one here. All those went on here. So now this fits onto here, and I want to say, yeah, it goes on there just like that. Ah, very tricky. So there's going to be 2 screws in the back here. Actually 3. Okay, so 1 screw here, screw here, screw here. I'm not going to open that up. I'm just going to grab these screws and the screwdriver. Six five and 6'2". Good Lord. Your mom is an Amazon. I knew a lady in college that we were convinced she was an Amazon too. She was blonde and 6'4". While I was putting this screw in, it popped up a little bit. The part popped off. Let me get rid of that extra part there. Well, hell, I just dropped that screw, and I have plenty of spares, so I'm not even going after it. I'll vacuum the shop. I was happy at 5'10", Kenny. Actually, I got up to 5'11" at one point, and I've shrunk. Push black paste in the fuselage, pressure flush, 2 screws, and then this cap. Okay, so back over to the other screen. I just set the screwdriver down. Where did I set the screwdriver down? There it is. So over here, this will now, and the flat side goes on top, go on here like so. Let me lift it up first and show you. Now that's white inside there. You know what? Hold on to your lunch, guys. I'm bringing the camera down. There, you guys got a better look at it. So, like I said, flat side goes up, pushes on here. Thought for a second this was sticking under there. Okay, so that pushes on there like that. And then 2 more of the XW02. Kenny's a girly man. 6'3" to 4 inch. Yeah, I know you're tall too. Kenny's done it. 5'10". So screw goes in here on the top. Another one will go in on the bottom. I'm still looking for the major gap issue that the guy was talking about. I have to post back to him. If he'd have said most people are having this issue and left it at that, I'd have been fine. It's that whole no. Like, I'm wrong for what I'm saying on my post. Then this, here's a hole here and a hole here, 2 pins. Line up those pins if I can. That will just snap on there like that. By the way, what are the odds in Vegas now? I'm on issue 97 out of 100. And I still have 20 minutes to go. Front and rear fuselage panels. Oh, these should be easy. I'm sorry, I mean 98. I just finished 97. Make sure. Yep, 98. By the way, and for those of you who have been following along with my exploits on Discord as well, Remember I bought 2 of these and the first one snapped right here? This one's been holding up strong, and of course, now that I've said that, it's going to snap and like, actually I'm going to set it down and it's going to break into 17 pieces. Let's take all the panels provided, take the forward panel, which goes this way around, turn the ship around, and here's the sad part. I know exactly where this thing is going to break because there's just a couple of screws holding it together right here. That's where it's going to break. Oh, while I'm doing this, let's see, wrong way. That obviously is going to go, should go there. Oh, no, I was wrong. This will be the panel that I drill a hole through. So my wire has somewhere to come out. Let me see. And I've got it wrong way around. Right now there's a gap there because of the wire. Let me see, that's just, put that in there. And this is out of sequence, by the way. This should actually be the last, I think the last thing I do in this section. But since I know where it goes, I'm just going to put it there. And this one has gapped a hair. But 6 foot and from the top and the front, you don't see it. Yeah, absolutely. Take care of her. I don't let my wife drive in this stuff either, Kenny. And it's only going to be another 17 minutes. Probably I'm going to finish completely. So it'll only be at most another half hour. So you'll be able to catch it later on. Okay, so the front, very front, goes in here like this. And again, there's the lip on either side. Nothing down here. And it just pushes on, and of course the paint doesn't match. It should, but and the next one, let me see. Yep, these cut corners here go up here. There is a lip there that should go underneath. You guys didn't see it, I don't think. I felt it when I pushed down. Really nice flex. We now have 2 Millennium or 2 X-Wings. One is the nose, the other is the X-Wing itself. Yep. Next step is putting that panel underneath that I did at first. And the last step on this stage doesn't work because I have this bolt in here. Oh, a pill every month for the thyroid problems. I've known people with thyroid problems. Guy he had to be like 6'6", 6'4", 6'6", and he had some serious thyroid issues. So that goes over, and if you don't see, this is where the power plugs in. This is the on-off switch. I may somehow come back up in here, but I'm thinking right here through this panel is the best place to run that wire out. And this screw that I just took out is what attaches it to the mount. And that is the end of that stage. 15 minutes, guys. What are my Vegas odds? Somebody tell me, please. 2 magazines left. That's interesting. Where is that door? Oh. You know, they never told me to put this on here. So there is the torpedo bay. Take the closed door, which I need to grab those parts. So in flight, there's a pin. Hope that wasn't. Sorry. Just making sure there's nothing else in here, because that pin should have been in a bag. But this part will go in here for the, when it's in flight. Tonight I'm going to finish it up as a, with the gear so it can sit on something. So now there's these parts, which all of us know about these parts here. It'd be good if I turn the camera back down. These parts here, which we've all done them before, where we take this part here on the model and say, well, we want it open, so we cut the part in half. We've got these, that part there, these, and that pin. Take the door off, rotate it back up here. This part here, put the pin in there. I don't, oh, there. So there's a pin here. It'll fit in. There's actually 3 pins. There's one very front, one that's going to end up eventually breaking off because it's so small and fragile. Okay, that finally went in there. So the one I'm talking about that's probably going to end up breaking off. Rotate this a little higher, a little bit over. Remove the X-wing to where you can see it. Move the cord. This pin here is eventually going to break off if I take it off and on. We didn't win yet. Nobody gets my Red October Typhoon kit. I don't want Eric. Man, that makes me want to not finish. You didn't win, Eric. I'm still building. Didn't snap the pin, fortunately. Okay. Actually, to be honest, guys, I kick around every now and then whether I'm going to keep that kit or not. And if I decide not to, it will end up on a, it will end up on one of the raffles. And it won't be just that one. It'll be the Red October, the Enterprise, and the helicopter. I have all 3 of the kits that are from that movie. Somehow I've got to line this up. That's an if, though, guys. You know me. I am a collector. I never give anything away. I sell a couple of things to Eric now and then so that the guy has something to build. Oh, and speaking of which, the model builder game that I came across is released. They released it early. And so this white panel goes here on the bottom. And back for a little bit. Anyone want anything? No, I'm good, Kenny. I'm good this time. You didn't deliver last time I asked you to bring me stuff. So there's the landing gear, or the front gear. The nose gear. And it goes, this is very key. This part goes into this socket, which is where the switch to stop the wings from opening and closing is. So that when you put that in there, once you have weight on it, it will not open the wings. And now I'm going to set the door aside, the closed door. And that is stage 99. $7-Eleven, but a million times better. Dude, I used to work in 7-Eleven. Spent a few years working 7-Eleven. And so, issue 100. I believe I started this model when I was in California, so that means this is the culmination of over 3 years. Here's the power plug. That goes to the X-Wing. That'll go to a USB 5-volt source. And then I have 2 main landing gear. The main gear already have their doors. So, take parts for one set. Of course, they've got a door on the bottom. Gas station sushi. Yummy. I'm taking this out of order. I don't care. So this main piece here goes on like that. With a pin, there are 4 pins, 2 for each gear. Matter of fact, I'm keeping the pins on there so I don't lose any. There's a little bit of knurling on here. Kelly's back, ride home, see you in 5 minutes. Okay, I might be done by then, Kenny. Oops. Stop paying attention to the chat, pay attention to what you're doing before you lose something. The biggest problem is I cannot see the hole. There we go. Nope, missed. Okay. Do it the smart way. Put this in here. Get it lined up. I've got the scribe on the other side. It should go in pretty easy. And the scribe fell out. That's awesome. There we go. There's that one. This goes on here. Oops. This one goes on here like that. Makes it look like it's okay. Smaller pin. I'm not too concerned about it. If you check my streams, will go over past 8 o'clock regularly too. And it is, if you think about it, well, that sucks. All right. There's now no way I'm going to finish by 8 o'clock. Damn it. It's okay, because this landing gear is only going on until it gets hung on the wall. I have some high power magnets. I'll find that pin tomorrow. Not a carpet monster, actually, Chris. I have tile in here, which means it could be anywhere, including it could have bounced as far as St. Louis. So now he starts using the tweezers. Oh, that's good. Missed completely. And see, there's holes in the landing gear that is supposed to help you to line it up. There's one. No, not in the folds of my jammies. I heard it hit the floor. So this will go in here like so. There's holes that these pins all go into. Oh, and by the way, even when I finish the landing gear, I'm not done because the missile, the Goofy stole it. Yep. The rails or the blasters are still not done. But I'm going to finish this other landing gear, and we're going to call this a done build for, other than there will be a video at some point, just a video, not a live stream, to show, to talk about the finish work that I did and actually show it in its final place. In that video, there will be one blaster that does not work because the LED went out for some reason after I reworked it. So let me see if I can get this one at least back in here. And then I'm going to go over and grab my magnet and run it a couple of times around the floor and see if I can find it. I'd like to finish the landing gear tonight, but if that isn't in the cards, it isn't in the cards. Nope, nothing fell out. It's probably actually in this slipper that's been bugging me all night. That's why it's been bugging me, because it's psychic forewarning that I'm going to drop something. At least it's metallic. Truthfully, where it probably went is the vent that's right there. Well, rock steady, baby. Look what I found. And in the driveway. Kenny, hurry up. Yes, it is huge. And you missed a lot of interesting complications tonight, Dirk. It has been a pain in my butt, but I wasn't sure, but I actually finished. That's funny. The indent is not there. I actually finished tonight. Come on. So here's an interesting dilemma. The other side has a little bit of an indent in the foot so that the gear fits in there better. Okay. Curiouser and curiouser. The indent, circular indent here, you can only see from the back, so it's actually a little bit different than I expected. Come on. You know, guys, if this takes till midnight, I'm finishing this. I'm not letting this one pin be the only thing I can't finish. And Donnie should right about now be quoted saying something about, then we'll do the Enterprise, right? There we go. You can actually see. Oh, goodness. Get in there. So, while it's not, there are some pieces that still need to be added back on. Technically, in about 10 seconds, maybe 30, because this one pin is playing stupid. I'm going to be taking these off anyway, so I'm not going to fight with that too much. Let me bring this back up where it's normally at. Get Luke back in there. And yes, the cockpit is, or the canopy is still off. But this is, for all intents and purposes, I'm going to get your foot in there. Luke, stop being a dumbass. Done. No, that landing gear doesn't actually fold up. You just pull it out. And like I said, at this point, once the landing gear is in, they're still putting the laser cannons back on. If you buy the wall mount, which I did, putting it on the wall mount, putting R2-D2 in, but it's done. Let me move the chat back over and let me move the camera back over. That makes one model finish this year. Okay. Goofy hat. Tired goofy hat. Sorry. I didn't have my goofy hat on. No canopy not done gets done. The canopy, like I said, Kenny, maybe you weren't. No, you were still here. I still have some work to do on the canopy. There's some very minor work because there's some other parts here for this that go onto these pins that actually attach into the X-Wing so that those will go up and down. I could just pop it in with these 4 pins, but I want that little detail in there. I mean, if I hadn't had to drill things tonight, sorry, I needed that. It's been a long stream tonight. A lot of fun though. The X-Wing is done. Anything else I do on the X-Wing, I won't do on a stream. I will do a last video. And I will actually probably not edit, but I'll film 2 segments that I edit together, Kenny, because I'm going to finish it up. Then I'm going to film it here, do a walk around. Then I'm going to take the camera after I hang it on the wall and show it where it's going to be, put her through her paces, including the fact that when the wings close, I have to shut it off. Otherwise, they're going to grind themselves apart. And the fact that I've got one laser cannon that is not working. Engines work fantastic. Everything that is not the Agostini works like a champ. In other words, the Falcon 3D parts I put into it. Well worth what I paid for them. I have another X-Wing model. I might, it's a smaller one. It's only about this big. I might contact Gus and see if I can work something with him because he gets at least a little bit of advertising from me. So yeah. It's not done, but it's at the final stages. It's not worth another stream to work this stuff because it's going to take not take very long, but it's going to be tedious and stuff that I can't really show on camera. Camera. I did? Damn it. I need to stop saying those 4-letter words. Yeah, you actually won because you don't have to look at the X-Wing next Tuesday. You have to look at the Terminator. I could build the Voyager, Eric. I have one of those. Actually, I have two or three of the older ones. You know, the 1/537th, and I've got one of the 1,000 scale. So I hope you enjoyed tonight. I had a blast. Wasn't sure if I could get all of it done. Didn't rush. Like I said, you know, I spent 20 minutes drilling a hole in a supporting part. You know, not many people would do that, but it's done. I mean, it's not done, but it looks like it's just in the shop for repairs. And I'm going to take pictures tomorrow and post back to the Yahoo on Facebook and go, dude, what are you bitching about? Mine seems to fit. You know, and that, I understand parts, you know, when you've got kits that are not well made, they've got issues. But that's what we all do. We fix that. That's, you know, the biggest thing is about being a model. You know, there's the two things. So, you know, the 6 foot rule, plus the biggest thing about being a good modeler, at least in my mind, is you know how to fix your mistakes and hide them to where nobody else sees them. Thanks, Donnie. I really appreciate it. Had a great time. No, I mean Terminator. Enterprise is going to hang up. Is going to be Enterprise is going to be a while because I still got to figure out how to take all those parts off and put them back on. Not going to stream that. May do some videos. So going to call it a stream. It's been, let's see, we're 14 minutes over normal, which is perfectly okay. If you are not a member, if you're watching this and you're not a member of HLI, I say or Hobby Link International, I say you should come over there and look, maybe join, because a bunch of guys over there, guys and women, guys and gals that build models. Some people just watch, which is fine, but it's a great place to meet modelers, meet people who might have skills you don't, that you want to figure out something. Like Eric, Rascal's Hobbies, 14 months ago, couldn't solder anything. Now he's caught the bug. You're welcome, Eric. I sent him a soldering iron because he was talking about getting one, and I sent him one, and he's caught the bug. He now tries to light, like I do, just about everything. Great place to go. And oh, by the way, I forgot. I do it every time. Let me turn the camera a little bit. Let me bring it back down to normal height. I'm surprised Spence didn't say anything. So speaking of Hobby Link International, let's see, did that do it? Yeah, that did it enough to where you can see it. They sell boards. This is the standard flasher, 10-year warranty on it, $15 plus shipping. I've had this one running since May. A couple of times, it's been disconnected for a day here, a day there, but it's been running at 9 volts for a year. This is the FX. Why is that in there? The FX02. This is the FX01. This is the FX02 for the Klingon Bird of Prey. This red one, which you can't see it, but it does have a very light strumming, throbbing. The red one is the warp engine. The blue one, I believe, is the blue one is the photon torpedo. The green one should be the disruptors. And the button here, long push, fires the disruptors. Sorry, the blue is the disruptors. And a short push fires the photon torpedo. Great boards. They also have one for the Grissom that just came out. I did say throbbing. They also have one for the Grissom that just came out. It is actually timed to the movie. Like I said, great boards. I've got at least one of each of the ones they have of the main boards of the FX01, because they have the airplane and the Grissom as well. So, as I was saying, great place. Go over, check them out. I enjoy this. It's my second home. I'm on there all the time. And then like and subscribe my video. If you want to see more of this type of content, please subscribe. I will be streaming regularly. I stream on Tuesdays. I may start doing more, and I'm going to start doing more videos. So appreciate you stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Leave comments if you have anything to say, and I will talk to you later.